everyone, my name is Brianna Parker and welcome to Art Now with Leaders of Tomorrow Youth Center. Today, we will be practicing both art and science by making a botanical illustration. So what does botanical mean? Well, botanical simply means related to plants. So we'll be making a drawing with plants that we find around our neighborhood and labeling each part of the plant with its scientific name. Today, I'm here in my local community garden. To find your plants, you can go to your closest garden, public park, or even your own backyard. All right, let's go. Now that I have my plants, I'm going to hop back over to my desk at home to set up for our drawing. If you're following along at home, go ahead and pause the video here and go out and get your own plants, and meet me back in a minute. Alright, so we're all set up here to make our botanical illustration. All we need is a piece of paper, a pencil, a pen, and something to add color. You may use crayons or colored pencils like I have here. There are 4 steps to making our illustration. Create a composition, sketch an outline, add color, and label the parts. So first, we will create our composition. In visual arts, composition means how we choose to arrange the elements or objects of our drawing on the page. Here, I have my piece of paper set up to the right, and my elements, which are plants in this case, arranged on the left to make a composition. To set up our paper, take a straight edge and make a line about 1 inch or 2 from the bottom of the page, and leave this part blank for now. Next, we will sketch the plants. Choose a plant to start with and start putting in some lines with your pencil that express the shape of the plant. At the sketching stage, remember to keep your pencil light and loose. It's okay for your sketches to look a little messy. We just want to practice observing the object and reproducing it with our lines. What we are doing by looking at the object in front of us when we sketch is called drawing from life. When you're drawing something, you can either draw from life, aka draw an object that is physically sitting in front of you, or draw from a picture, or draw from memory. When practicing our drawing skills, drawing from life is the best way to improve our skills because it allows us to understand how the object looks in 3 dimensions. Remember, draw what you see, not what you know. To put it another way, we want to draw what this plant looks like, not what we think we remember plants to look like. This will help our drawing to be more realistic. Alright, so we're going to fast forward through the sketching so I can show you how to outline. Again, if you're following along at home, feel free to pause here until your sketching is done. On our finished sketch, we will be taking a pen and drawing the outlines over our sketched lines. Where our sketches were messy because we were practicing and exploring the shape of our objects, our outline should be clean and confident. Find your best lines that you made on your sketches and use them as your guide for your outlines. Once we're finished with our outlines, we can add color. On a different piece of paper, practice shading lightly using the side of your crayon or pencil. To make it darker, we can go back over our shading and press a little harder. We will use this method to show the shadows. Watch me demonstrate here by making a sphere. Here I'm showing the light as coming from the top and to the left. I start by making a highlight by shading very lightly over the whole thing, and then adding the shadows around the parts of the sphere where the light does not hit. Finally, I am going to add a shadow by pressing down the hardest with my pencil to make it the darkest. Alright, now that we've learned how to shade with color, let's add color to our drawings. Alright, that looks good. For our final step, we will be learning the names of some of the parts of the plants and labeling them on our drawings. There are 5 parts of the plant that we will be labeling today. Now, if you don't have a fruit or vegetable in your drawing, you can go ahead and skip fruit. However, if you do have it, let's go ahead and label it. For the first one that we will be labeling is a leaf. So find a leaf on your drawing and label it with the letter A. Next, we will be labeling a stem. Find a stem in your drawing and label it with the letter B. After that, we'll be doing flower. Find a flower in your drawing and label it C. Next is fruit. If you have a fruit or vegetable in your drawing, you can label it with the letter D. And finally, we have the node. A node is the part of the plant where the leaf attaches to the stem. Label that as E. Then go to the bottom of your drawing where we sectioned off a bit at the beginning and write A for leaf, B for stem, C for flower, D for fruit, and E for node. Of course, at the very end, don't forget to sign your name and put the date. And there we have it, the complete drawing with labels. So that's it for today's episode of Art Now with Leaders of Tomorrow Youth Center. Thanks for watching.